Hi everyone, welcome to Tournament of Power, Season 41st. Last time I weren't able to provide you with my support because of my PC, but hopefully today and every day from now on I will be able to provide you with help. But I can see the first error is that I am not able to stream on Twitch, so I will just have to quickly do something about it. Or am I streaming here or not? That is the question. I guess not. Okay, that's weird. But hopefully I am on YouTube, so yeah, let's go here. Of course you hear sound, but probably you can't see screen yet. Give me a second. Right now you should be able to see the screen, of course. So yeah, that is the map, of course, on my left side of the screen. The red crosses means that those stages will be well, strong opponents will be there. Okay, let's give it a try one more time on Twitch. Fortunately, I am unable to connect there. So let's see if we can do anything about. I guess not right now. Well, due to time, I'm not able to fix it at the moment. So yeah, the only thing that stays is YouTube right now. So this is not the end of my issues, I guess. Yeah, maybe some keys, or I don't know. Alright, so maybe this will help. Yeah, it might be due to password change, but no, still nothing. Okay, let's try one more time, and if it's not going to work, I will leave it as it is right now. It's a bit of a shame, to tell the truth, but well, I think on Twitch we are alive, so I guess it worked after all. Yeah, it's live, so once again, welcome to Tournament of Power Season 41st. And as you can see, this is the map I have prepared. Of course, red marks are the stages where we will face very powerful teams on them. Yellow question marks are questionable stages where are a bit troublesome, but if you feel that you can manage, that you will manage to go through them, of course you can. The green marks are for the easiest stages in the game, with Charlotte and Pyrrhus and Bulma and so on. And stages without any marks are stages that were completed a couple of times, and those are not the easiest one, but quite okay to go through. We should manage to go through them quite smoothly. As I said, we completed them several times, and it should be fine to use them. This question mark here is by mistake, so yeah, don't count it. And I must have missed it somehow. So yeah, this is the map, and the colors, of course. So we will have 7 stages with double red color units, and only one stage on our route where we will face 5 red units, so blue will be playable here. All yellow units on bench, of course. We will face 8 stages with blue type, 2 blue type units, 9 stages with double yellow units, 12 stages with double green units, and 2 of them will be 3 green units. But this stage is quite easy, I guess, because it's with Vegeta, Legends Limited Vegeta. I guess it was Gohan, Legends Road, and Shisami, I guess. So yeah, quite easy stage if you know what you're doing, and of course with enough enough firepower with your team, of course. And 13 stages with double purple units, so yellow, purple, and red should be playable here, but of course green and blue are welcome as well. So those calculations are very old, so please don't look at it. Focus on the map and on first stage with question mark. It's because we will face Goku, which he locks one of our units at the start of the first turn, inflicts enemy with can't attack, so it will be tough to avoid it. Well, impossible. Speak the truth. He gains at the start of the first turn 20% to damage inflicted, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrades, minus 15% to damage inflicted, and plus 30% to damage received for 2 turns. And it's with can't attack, so the unit he will lock will get those debuffs for 2 turns. Not nice. At the start of turn, minus 15% to damage received for 1 turn. After receiving strike or blast arts attack, plus 15% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, and minus additionally 10% to damage received for 1 turn. But it's after, so probably second turn should be okay to defeat him. Vegeta. Well, should take care of him quite fast, I guess. Start of battle, minus 30% damage received for 2 turns, plus 30% to plus damage inflicted for 2 turns. Start of second turn, he transforms himself, gains plus 60 to Q restore speed, and 50% to plus damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. on strike or blast arts attack. He additionally gets plus 10% to all damage inflicted, and cancel enemy buff effect activates twice on strike or blast arts attack, so we should focus on him quite fast, I guess. Just not to lose too many health points here. Gogeta. Start of turn, according to number of allies remaining, 6 allies, 50% to blast damage inflicted and 50 to Q recovery. 5 and 4, it's 60% to damage inflicted and 70 to Q recovery for one turn. Yeah, but that's not quite the issue here. If you play with Transforming Warrior, he gains additionally 30% to damage inflicted. We'll hold on for a second. Oh, no better. And at the start of the third turn, he inflicts can't attack for one turn, 100% to own special move couch, and 50% to own special move damage inflicted. So, what you shouldn't do is leave him last. You should focus on him second or third. So right after Vegeta or Goku. So make sure to not let him survive till third turn. He must be defeated at the end of the second turn. The next one is Android 14. Nothing special really. Another damage received bonus, minus 20%. If another attack android remaining on the field. So we have we have 15 android 15 here. So he will get minus 20% to damage received at the start of each turn, but only for one turn. So if we defeat android 15, of course android 14 will not have this ability. At the start of turn, he gets 30% to strike damage inflicted for one turn. Like I said, nothing special. Janemba, yeah, this one is quite troublesome. Again, on hit, target is Sagas from the movies, he gains additionally 30% to damage inflicted instantly, and on receiving attack, enemies episode Sagas from the movies, he gets minus 20% to damage received instantly. At the start of turn, he gets 40% to damage inflicted for one turn, and inflicts heavy bleed for one turn on strike or special move arts hit. So yeah, but that's not all. At the start of battle, this one is not relevant, but yeah, before receiving blast arts attack. So if you play with blast oriented team, leave Janemba last, because he will activate special action which inflicts can't attack again for one turn and gets 70% on strike arts damage inflicted. Also inflicts attribute downgrade plus 30% to strike damage received for one turn if enemy is Sagas from the movies. So if you play with movies, this one will be very powerful against you. But if you're not playing with Sagas from the movies, and you play with blast oriented team, leave him last. And finally Android 15, like 14, he is nothing special. Start of turn, plus 30% to blast damage inflicted for one turn, and if defeated inflicts attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received. So yeah, we have to ask ourselves if we want to defeat 14 first with minus 20% to damage received, or do we want to defeat 15 first and get plus 20% to damage received on all our team. Okay, so the next one is this one. It's marked with a red cross. Well, I don't usually like those types, but yeah, we have double health points here, and we have double Legends Limited characters, and also there is Cell, new Cell, so new characters that are introduced in the game are usually gets better kit than the old ones. But yeah, let's go with Lord Slug first. So at the start of turn, according to remaining health, all health is 50% or above, plus 40% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn. And if it's below, it's 50% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn. At the start of the second turn, he activates special action, plus 25% to on damage inflicted, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrades, minus 40 to recovery, and plus 40% to damage received for 2 turns. Well, nothing special, but those 40% to damage received for 2 turns sounds not cool. It's far from cool. Broly. If you play with some family, he gets instantly plus 30% to damage inflicted. At the start of turn, he restores health by 1%, plus 50% to damage inflicted, and minus 20% to damage received for 1 turn. It can be cancelled. It's important later. Plus 10%, it's not relevant. Before receiving Strike Arts attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range. Performs cover change. Okay, so Strike Arts attack here triggers cover change, so we should focus on him first, I guess. Just not to get cover changed, I guess. Alright, at the start of the first turn, he gets additionally plus 30% to damage inflicted for 2 turns, and applies buff effect, nullify attribute downgrade, and abnormal conditions twice. Both. Okay, Android 21. Yeah, Broly will be tough to be defeated here. Well, that's why he gets, this stage gets red mark. Okay, so Android 21 purple. End of first turn, she transforms herself, gets 40% to strike damage inflicted and minus 15% to damage received. Cannot be cancelled, both of it. End of second turn, restores health by 10% and additionally 10% to damage inflicted. Start of first turn, plus 15% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and second turn, additionally 15% to damage inflicted. So at the start of the second turn, she will have like 15, 30, 70% to strike damage inflicted. So yeah, it's not going to be nice. So 70 or 80? 80, I guess. No, 80 it's going to be at the end of the second turn. So at the start of the third and fourth, she will get 80%. Of course, the most annoying thing here is minus 15% to damage received, so we have to remember that we have to calculate additional damage with a different unit to finish her off. And like I said, Cell, plus 60% start of battle, plus 60% to damage inflicted, minus 20% to damage received. Both cannot be cancelled. Start of turn, plus 15% on blast damage inflicted for 1 turn, and inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 22 to recovery, and plus 15% blast damage received for 1 turn. All enemies. Yeah, it's going to be annoying at the start of turn. Fortunately, it's only for 1 turn, so... but still, it's going to hurt. At the start of the first turn, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. End of turn, restores health by 1%, and plus 10% to blast damage inflicted by allies in range for 1 turn. Good support, good stats, good stars. And again, this is second stage, I guess, with so many characters that have damage reduction. So Kid Buu, if you play with Saiyans, he will get 25% to damage inflicted instantly against them. At the start of battle, he gets plus 80% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, minus 25% to damage received. That nullifies abnormal conditions 5 times. At the end of turn, he gets 15 to own key restore speed and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 20% to damage received for 1 turn. Start of second turn, cancel attribute downgrades, restores health by 10% and additionally 30% to damage inflicted. So it's add up to 110 to damage inflicted. Yeah, it's going to be tough, very tough fight. Android tag trades. We had in previous Tournament of Power. I had I gained experience against them, and it wasn't well, nice experience because all my characters I used that attacked them, and they still survived, I guess, the first turn, so I needed 2 turns to actually defeat them. And it's, well, obviously why. If you play with Super Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan or Future, they will get instantly 20% to damage inflicted. At the start of battle, they gain 70% to damage inflicted, minus 30% to damage received, 30 and 80 to key restore speed. In Strike, Blast or Special Move, they restores health by 2% and plus 20% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates 3 times. So, yeah, 30% to damage received. On attack against unfavorable elements, Self performs Tag Switch, activates twice. Start the first turn, activate Special Action, plus 40% on Special Move Gouge charge rate for 2 turns. Well, it doesn't really matter. Applies buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions twice to self, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 20% to health restoration. Well, it's minor. It's minor ability, but still, it's nice to see that they are not covering anyone, just like in PvP. But yeah, 30% to damage received is going to be very tough, so I would suggest to defeat Broly first, then focus maybe on Kid Buu, then maybe go for Tag Droids, well, maybe Android 21 and Lord Slag at the end, because right now this powerful opponent team is going to be the strongest stage at the beginning. So yeah, we have restores yellow field right after, so if you feel your characters are going down, or you feel you are not going to be able to heal them during the fight, you can go, of course, and heal them up a bit. Alright, so Goku Super Saiyan, the next stage. Yeah, this one is pretty easy if you know what you're doing, of course. I hope you will know what to do after I tell you their abilities. So Goku, at the start of the first turn, he transforms himself for 2 turns, gains 75 to key restore speed and 50% to strike damage inflicted. And at the start of the second turn, he gets 100% to Special Move Gouge, plus 40% to Special Move damage inflicted, and additionally 20% to damage inflicted. So yeah, he is going to be the fastest unit he's the fastest unit in the game, so focus on him right from the start. The second one, you should focus on Gohan actually, and the third one should be Goku Namek, and I will tell you why. If you play with androids, he gets plus 30% to damage inflicted instantly against them. At the end of the first turn, he transforms himself, gets plus 50 to Ki restore speed, plus 40 to blast damage inflicted, both cannot be cancelled. And at the start of the second turn, inflicts attribute downgrade plus 40 to blast damage received, and minus 40 to Ki recovery. And this is important, every time an ally is defeated, he gains additionally 20% to damage inflicted. So yeah, if we are going to focus on everybody else, then he'll hit hard in some time. Goku Namek, and this one again, this one too gains buffs on if allies are defeated, but this time is if at least one ally is defeated, he gains plus 20% to damage inflicted. So it's only 20%, and it's only if 1, 2 or 3 allies will be defeated, then he will only get 20% damage inflicted. Hello there. Okay, so this one is irrelevant. If you play with Lineage of Evil, he will get instantly 20% damage inflicted. Thank you very much for following. At the start of battle, he gets plus 30% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, and at the start of the second turn, he transforms himself and gets 50% to damage inflicted, and applies buff effect, nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions to himself once. Well, good to have you here then. You can learn more about the characters, about the route you should take, and about teams you should play with. Of course, if you have enough stars on them, or enough limit break. So yeah, the execution of the Tournament of Power from me, it will be tomorrow. So if you want to stay and hear about the abilities of the characters and how to avoid special actions, then please, you're welcome to stay. Many players are quitting, so it's not that much of a shocker. Okay, so let's move on to Zangia. Yeah, well, the politics of having more and more how to say it, features up behind paywall, it's a bit of not fine, but still, yeah, the game, the characters, their moves. Yeah, nice times. Alright, so Zangia, at the start of turn, she gets plus 40% strike damage inflicted, and at the end of turn, sagas from the movies or girls, so we have only Bojack here, so she will buff Bojack plus 15% to damage inflicted and plus 15 to Ki recovery. Oh, sorry, Mike. Again. Sorry for a moment, I have to fix my mic. Sorry for a second. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if it's... It's the cable or... No, still no. For the love of... Push it back a little. I don't know what's going on. If it's the cables or the mic itself or the setup or whatever. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm from Poland actually. Okay, so let's get back to the tournament, sorry. Or the mic. Okay, so Zangia was over and Frieza. You should actually watch out for Frieza, and just like Janemba, you should leave him last or calculate enough to special move him. Didn't hear what Zangia abilities or... Okay, so Shingalong gets 40% to strike damage inflicted for one turn and 15% to damage inflicted to sagas from the movies or girls, and 50 to key recovery to sagas from the movies or girls. Oh, Poland, actually. And my keyboard is dead again, so I need to check one thing. Yeah, it should be okay here. Okay, so Mike's dead again. Sorry for a moment again. Oh, it's okay now. So what the hell? Whatever. Yeah, lag. Probably due to my internet connection or something. Okay, so finishing this whole preparation and focusing on other units. So full power Frieza. He gets plus 50% to damage inflicted for one turn and minus 25% to damage received for one turn, so you will have to focus more attacks on him during your fight. Of course, if you play with red type units, it should be quite fast to defeat him. But then again, if you play with blast oriented team, he activates special action, after which 100% to special move gouge and plus 30 to special move damage inflicted. After receiving attack on health is 50% or below, he instantly restores 10% or 2 health points and cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions once. On special move, art hits, he inflicts heavy bleed. So once again, if you play with plus oriented team, try to leave him last, just in case. That's cool. What do you stream? PvP or something else? The stock sagas from the movies gets 30% to damage inflicted for 2 turns and 30 to key recovery for 2 turns. End of second turn he gets plus 50% to damage inflicted. So this is the only thing we should worry here. Let me check the route. Okay, so we should go here. That's cool. The next one is Yajirobe, Yajirobe or whatever you call him. Yeah, school, work, life. It's not getting easier, you know. So yeah, I understand your position too much. Okay, so Yajirobe at the start of turn, according to number of enemies, 6, 5 or 4. Of course we are going to only cover the 6 enemies because I don't believe we are going to lose anyone here. We should be able to survive with 6 characters this stage, so 40% to strike damage inflicted and minus 25% to damage received for 1 turn. But we could focus on him at the start of the second turn, I guess. At the start of the third turn, on health is 50% or below. He gains 100% to special move gouge and 40% to special move damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. So maybe we should focus on him even at the end, because 40% to strike damage inflicted is nothing too much, but 25% to damage received is quite something. Tian, or Ten Shin Han. At the start of battle, he gets 50% to damage inflicted, minus 15% to 15% to damage received, and plus 20% to plus damage inflicted for 2 turns, cannot be cancelled. Yeah, it's a lot. On plus arts hit, restores health by 1%, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted for 2 turns, activates twice. This is irrelevant. Solar Flare. Okay, start of second turn. Inflicts can't attack for 1 turn and 100% special move gouge. So the obvious character to be defeated first is Ten Shin Han here. We don't want to be special moved here, and of course locked. So select him first, then go for I don't know yet, but I will tell you in a moment. Start of turn, if there are 3 or more allied attack super warrior, gets 30% to damage inflicted, 30 to cure recovery. Start of turn, if there are 6 allies remaining, plus 50% to blast damage inflicted for 1 turn, cannot be cancelled. Okay, so there are going to be 5 characters at the start of the second turn, so he will get only 30% to damage inflicted, and it's not going to be a lot, so we can leave him alone. Let's go for Krillin. So Krillin, plus 50% damage inflicted, minus 30% to damage received, 50 to kill restore speed. This is irrelevant. After receiving attack, restores health by 3%, activates twice, plus 15% to damage inflicted, activates twice on receiving attack, and plus 5% to special move gouge. Well, it's irrelevant because he will not use his special move against us. According to battle turn, multi-target, first turn applies buff effects, nullify attribute downgrades 2 times to allies in range. Second turn plus 20% to special move damage inflicted by allies in range, and third turn plus 20% to own damage inflicted, and 30% to special move gouge. Okay, so we have to remember minus 30% to damage received here, so it's going to be tough to actually defeat him. Yamcha, start of turn. If there are 3 other allied stack super warrior remaining, plus 20% to damage inflicted, plus 15% to damage inflicted by allies in range for 1 turn. Again, before receiving Blast Arts attack, activate special action, nullifies that attack, and after that he gets plus 40% on critical rate and inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 10% to damage inflicted and 25 to Ki restore speed. Not much, but enough to be hurtful. The next one is Piccolo Legends Road. Applies buff effects, nullify attribute downgrade twice at the start of battle. At start of turn, ally attack regeneration or Legends Road. I think Yamcha wasn't Legends Road character. 20 so he will get 20% damage inflicted for 1 turn. And the first turn, 30% damage inflicted for 2 turns and plus 30 to Ki recovery for 2 turns. Again, nothing too fancy here. The next stage is Charlotte, I guess, yeah. So we have both here Charlotte stages. But I guess we could go also on girls, so just gain more points. Of course, it depends on your health points on your units you will play with, so let's go for Whis first. Start of turn, if there is a God Key remaining, allies plus 20% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, plus 40 to Ki recovery for 1 turn. To himself, of course, and start of turn, allied character Beerus gets 20% to damage inflicted and 20% to critical rate for 1 turn. Alright, so nothing special, a good support for Beerus, of course. And Beerus itself, plus 30% to damage inflicted, 70 to Ki restore speed, and applies buff effects, nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions twice. So if we play against him and we have lock units, we are not going to lock him. So we have to have that in mind. And at the start of the second turn, inflicts enemy with Gent attack and 20% on damage inflicted. Also inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30% to damage received for 1 turn. And yeah, I played so many times this stage and still it's hard to pick one good order of kill. Because of course we should defeat Beerus quite fast enough, but then again yeah, it's just one character, so we have stronger characters on the field. Okay, so Charlotte is nothing special, so I will leave him alone. He is just a hero and basically he transforms himself into Super Saiyan, so not even Super Saiyan God. So not even worth mentioning his abilities. Piccolo, if you play with Tech Science, he gets instantly plus 30% to damage inflicted. Start of turn minus 20% to damage received again. Another characters with damage received reduction before receiving special move. performs a color change and minus 20% on damage received. I guess he's not going to cover anyone. And at the start of the second turn, he cancels attribute downgrades and gets 20% additional 20% damage inflicted for 2 turns. And Bulma, she is quite annoying, because at the start of the first turn she gets minus 20% to damage received and 20% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. But also at the start of the second turn she activates special action. She gets 20% to damage inflicted by allies in range for 2 turns and 30 to restore speed for those allies, and also cancel all enemies' buffs effects. At the end of turn, on health is 50% or below, she restores health by 10%, and that's it. So yeah, the annoying thing about her is cancelling all enemies' buff effects. Of course, it's if we are going to use her against this, it's okay, but when she uses it against us, it's not fine. No buts. Peace, no buts. Yeah, I know, but it's... Yeah, okay, so hold on for a moment. Now, for a second, I guess. Yeah, I need to figure out something, and maybe I will order a new microphone, or I don't know. Yeah, I know. I really don't know how to fix it. It's right from the beginning of having this microphone. It was always like that. But hopefully now for a couple of minutes will be okay till another. Yeah. I'm not even touching it. It's just one of those things, I guess. Okay, so what I'm about to tell you is why you should kill Gohan first. It's the slowest unit in the game, but its abilities are oblivious. Every time an ally is defeated, he gains 100% to special move gauge and plus 50% to special move damage inflicted. Yeah, thanks. I should. Unfortunately, it's past time to get the refund for it, and I'm not even sure it's the microphone or cable or my setup. I don't know. So yeah, you should check him first, then go for maybe Bulma, then go for Beerus maybe, or Gohan Beerus. But from my experience, is that you are not going to be able to defeat Beerus at the start of the first turn, when you focus on Gohan, with the Z tier units of course, and with color neutral units, because of damage reduction on Beerus. So I started focusing on Gohan, then Bulma, and third Beerus, then Whis maybe, or Piccolo even. Yeah, Whis, Piccolo, and Charlotte. It's the order of getting this stage done quite fine. Of course, it depends on your special moves, because if you have a purple character with special move at the start of the first turn, and it's going to attack before the red units or before everybody else, then you should go for Beerus first, of course. Yeah, it really depends on your characters. Hybrids are not so good to use. Well, at least not now. They were good. Some family was good with Gohan and Zenkai Gohan Blue movies, and a couple of other units with special moves ready. But right now, not so tough. Okay, so like I said, if you feel that you have low health points, you can go of course here, but let's cover this stage. So Chi-Chi, if you play with like some family, she will get instantly 30% to damage inflicted instantly against them. And if you attack her with some family, she will get instantly minus 30% to damage received. At the start of battle, some family... at the start of battle, if there is an enemy, some family remaining, she gets additional damage to special move and ultimate damage, but yeah, it's not relevant, so let's leave it. At the start of turn, she gets 30% to damage inflicted and 30 to key recovery if there is another allied tag girls remaining. So yeah, there are all girls remaining. Bulma, and yeah, this is annoying character. At the start of battle, allies in range, probably everyone here on the field, gets you mean for streaming, right? At the start of battle, allies in range gets 20% to damage inflicted for 3 turns, 30% to health restoration for 3 turns, and 40 to recovery for 3 turns. This is irrelevant. Before receiving strike arts attack, all allies in range, probably all girls, performs cover change, and start of turn. Yeah, this is irrelevant. End of turn, she restores health by 2%. Yeah, maybe it is, but with PC and many windows, I am able to cover more material that way. And I am thinking about streaming different games, not Dragon Ball Legends. So yeah, more. I have more like control over it. I guess I could say that. It's a bit tougher to set it up, but yeah, plug and play them at the end. Microphone still okay. That's good. Shame that keyboard died. Okay, so Android 21 Red this time. Yeah, she is quite powerful. She's fast, she gets plus 90 to restore speed, minus 20% to own damage received, plus 60% on blast damage inflicted, and 10% to damage inflicted by allies in range for 1 turn. On blast arts hit, she inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 10% to damage received, minus 40 to Q recovery, and minus 30 to health restoration, and she gets 30% to blast damage inflicted, activates twice. Yeah, I have my PC from around 6 years ago, but it's quite okay to use it Of course, I had some troubles with it some time ago, but still, it's quite powerful. Okay, so Pan, the previous one, of course, which we should focus on here are probably Bulma, just not to strike, cover, rescue anyone, and maybe Android 21 and maybe Android 18. Pan, start of battle, plus 30% to strike damage inflicted for 2 turns, plus 50 to key recovery, start of turn, 20% on strike damage inflicted, plus 15% to damage inflicted by allied tag GT or girls in range. If defeated, restores. If the defeated allied tag GT or girls, restores health by 10%. Yeah, this ability is only used by players, because we are going to attack one by one. So even if we defeat her, everybody else will have 100% to health points. So it will not change anything. They will not magically have 100%, 110%. Thanks, I'm good with the phone setup, I guess. At least for now. But thanks for the offer. Okay, so Android 18. If you play with Science, she will get 20% on hit instantly to damage inflicted at the start of battle. Another character with damage reduction, minus 20% to on damage received, plus 50% to on damage inflicted, and plus 25% to damage inflicted by allied tag android or girls in range for 2 turns. At the start of turn, enemies in range inflicts attribute downgrade, plus 20% to strike damage received for 1 turn. Of course, you have to check what are those fields that she downgrade, and oh, really? Oh. I thought that Spain will be out, but yeah, Japan in and Spain in, I guess. After all. Okay, so at the start of turn, enemies in range, plus 20% to strike damage received for 1 turn, so you have to look her up, look her abilities, and use this knowledge to set up your characters on the field, just to avoid this downgrade. It's okay. Thanks for watching and staying. Will do. At the start of battle, she gets 40% to strike damage inflicted for 2 turns and minus 20% to next damage sustained. Effect remains until hit with enemy attack. I guess it stacks up. No, it's start of battle, not start of turn. Right? So yeah, the first attack will be minus 20%, so we have to remember not to special move her at the first attack. And that was 18. So let's go to my... I've read her a couple of times, her abilities. So per other allied tag future or girls remaining, start of battle. So she will get minus 30% to damage received and plus 50 or 60, minus 25% or 30% to damage received, and plus 50 or plus 60 to damage inflicted. I cannot remember if she counts herself as girls as well, or the keyword is here other allied tag. So if other, without her, it's going to be 50 and minus 50 to damage inflicted and minus 25 to damage received. End of turn, if there is another allied tag Trunks. Okay, so this is irrelevant because there is none. so it's only minus 25% damage received and 50% to damage inflicted. Alright, moving on. This one is quite easy, of course, if you know what you're doing again. Okay, so give me a second. Where was it? Where are you? Okay, so you're here, give me a second. This, out. I should be able to see Android 13 soon. Okay, here. Okay, so Android 13 on hit, if you play with character Goku, he gets 25% damage inflicted instantly. At the start of battle, if you play with if there are 3 or more ally tag androids, there are 3 android tags, he gets 40% damage inflicted and 40 to key recovery. Every time an ally tag android is defeated, he restores health by 10% and plus 15% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, so probably we should focus on him first. Then we have Android 15. And we are not going to evade because Android 15 and Android 14 have the same ability, but debuffs different rows. So 15 inflicts attribute downgrade minus 15% to damage inflicted and 15% to damage received for 2 turns on both upper and lower row, so 3 characters are going to be debuffed. Start of battle applies nullifies abnormal conditions twice. Start of turn, if there are 3 androids 40% to critical rate, and start of turn 40% to plus damage inflicted. Nothing special, but those debuffs are going to be ugly. Rikum, start of turn per ally tag freeze of force minus 5% to damage received, so minus 15% to damage received. After receiving an attack on health is 75 or lower, plus 45% to strike damage inflicted activates once. Alright, so quite powerful. Captain Ginyu. Of course, we have to remember that those characters are without Zenkai Awakening, so if you have Zenkai Awakened characters and you are going to look them up in the game, their abilities might be different. But we are not going to get those characters Zenkai here, so just the first abilities. So at the start of turn, Captain Ginyu gets 50% to damage inflicted and 40 to key recovery if there are 3 freeze of force characters. Okay, so this is irrelevant, so only this one. So probably we could go for Android 13 and Berter, I guess, or Rikum. Or Berter first, maybe, because he's the fastest one here. At the start of turn, per ally tag freeze of force plus 5% to strike damage inflicted, 15 to key recovery, and 5% to special move guard charge rate, so it's going to be 15, 45 to key restore speed, and 15 to special move guard charge rate. It's nothing much. Start of battle plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. For 1 turn. Okay, so only 1 turn. That's interesting. And let's move to 14 Android. Like I said before, minus 15% to damage inflicted for 2 turns and plus 15% to damage received for 2 turns in the top or bottom row, just like 15, sorry. So we will have 3 characters here that will be debuffed. So remember to get at least 3 characters in the middle row here. So 3 characters will not be affected by those debuffs. Okay, start of turn, he gets 40% strike damage inflicted for 1 turn. If there are 3 or more allied attack androids remaining at the start of turn, he gets minus 20% to damage received. So that's more reason why to defeat Android 13 and the Porter first. Start of battle, applies buff effects, nullify abnormal conditions twice. And that's it for him. We were here, so not this. Okay, this one was already covered by me. So let's move on to this one. Trunks. Trunks is again the second fastest unit in the game, as base character, of course. At the start of turn he transforms himself. At the start of the first turn he transforms himself. Gets 40% to strike damage inflicted for 3 turns and 50 to kill restore speed for 3 turns. End of second turn, he gets 20% to own damage inflicted for 1 turn, plus 25% to special move. Damage inflicted, well, it's irrelevant, and plus 15% to damage inflicted by allied attack, Vegeta Clan, Super Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan for 2 turns. So it's going to be only Vegeta here. Still, plus 15% to him for free for 2 turns, second and third. Quite nice. Goku. If you play with androids, he gets 30% to damage inflicted instantly. According to battle turn, first turn 20% to damage inflicted, 30% to ultimate, and third turn plus 20, again 20% to damage inflicted, so it stacks up. Start of battle minus 25% to damage received, cannot be cancelled, and nullifies attribute downgrades once. Before receiving Strike Arts attack, he nullifies that attack, like self-cover rescue. End of turn, on health is 50% or below, he restores health by 3% and gets 25% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. So yeah, end of turn, so it's not instant health points back. Okay, let's go to Vegeta. Start of battle, 30% strike damage inflicted for 1 turn. End of first turn, he transforms himself, again gets minus 20% to damage received, plus 20% to strike damage inflicted, and 40% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Okay, so if we are going to play against him with the team I prepared, then we don't have to worry about those 20% to damage received bonus, I guess. But yeah, we will see with what kind of team I will play here, because it's not obvious I will use this character. On Strike Arts attack, plus 10% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn and 15% to special move damage inflicted. It's irrelevant, of course, because he will not use his special move here. Alright. And bottom 3 characters I've already told you about their abilities. So yeah, let's move on to the next step. Of course, if you are going to have difficulties with health points here, you can of course replay the same stage. or go on a bit harder here. So yeah, I've struggled here because I thought to mark it as a red cross just to avoid this, but then again, sorry, there are two extreme characters and one sparking that are easy to kill, well, two sparkings easy to kill, Trunks and Sal, and two Legends Limited characters that are quite fine here, but let's go for the abilities. At the start of battle, Trunks gets minus 30% to damage received for one turn only. At the start of turn, per defeated ally, minus 5% to damage received for one turn, cannot be cancelled, plus 15% to damage inflicted for one turn cannot be cancelled, and plus 15 to key restore speed for one turn cannot be cancelled. So nothing really powerful here, but you will get some buffs, so it will be troublesome a bit. Let's go for Trunks. If you play with Regeneration, you will get 30% damage inflicted instantly on hit. At the start of battle, he gets 20% to damage inflicted, 40% to strike damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, and minus 15% to damage received at the start of battle. Okay, but this can be cancelled, I guess. Yeah, again, I have to think about having her on my side of the field. At the start of the first turn, he gets 32 key restore speed and inflicts enemies in range with attribute downgrades. Minus 50% to health restoration. It doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, we have only 20% to damage inflicted, 40 to strike damage inflicted, and minus 50 to damage received, which will be reduced. Alright, so we have Sal first form, start of first turn, 40% to own damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, second turn inflicts enemies in range with attribute downgrade, minus 15% to damage inflicted for 2 turns, and third turn inflicts enemies in range with attribute downgrade plus 50% to damage received for 2 turns. Of course, we can leave him out alone, he will get only 40% to damage inflicted, and we can leave him out unless we will put characters in those debuffs fields. So if we are going to approach this, just remember to put those characters in different fields that he debuffs, and you will be safe. End of second turn, he restores health by 10%, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50 to key restore speed, and minus 30 to enemy special move gouge. Okay, so this will hurt a bit, but it's the end of the second turn, so we can focus on him quite fast. Okay, Gohan. This one has Blast Cover Rescue, and he can cover rescue only Tag Droids and Sal first form. So yeah, if we are going to focus on him, let's focus on him right from the start. Okay, so start of turn, he gets 40% damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates twice. So he will get 40 and 80 at the start of the second turn. And he gets, at the start of turn, 50 to key restore speed for one turn. Start of turn, if there is a defeated ally, plus 40% to strike damage inflicted, so another reason why to defeat him first. Before receiving Blast Art's attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range, like I said, it's Tag Droids and Sal. Performs cover rescue change. After receiving an attack, minus 25% to all damage received, cannot be cancelled, and plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies in range for 1 turn. Alright. Tag droids. Have I read about abilities of tag droids or not? I think I've told about them. Yeah, I've told about them. That's why I skipped it. Okay, so let's move on to tag hybrids. At the start of turn, minus 20% to damage received for 2 turns and plus 80% to damage inflicted for 2 turns. Start of 3rd turn, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allied tag, future or tag hybrid sign in range for 2 turns, plus 30 to recovery of allied tag, future or hybrid for 2 turns, restoring own health by 5%. Plus 50% to own damage inflicted for 2 turns and minus 40 to own damage received for 2 turns. Oh shoot. Okay, so they are going to be a pain in my arse, as you can see. Okay, after receiving an attack, plus 30% to damage inflicted activates once. Okay, so how much key restore speed do they have? Shoot, a lot, 2520, almost. And those tag traits are going to be powerful again. Alright, so what I would suggest to go here, I would suggest to go like Gohan, or even tag hybrids first. Go for Legends Limited Gohan, go for Trunks, go for tag droids, go for Cell or Trunks at the end. Of course, it depends on your special moves, special move ready. So yeah. Okay, this one was already covered by me. We are here. So we have movies, Super Saiyan Vegeta. This one is quite annoying character because after receiving an attack he restores health by 7% and it activates twice. How to shoot? Okay, so give me a second. I'm not interested in that kind of comments. Give me a second. Shoot. There's always something, right? Where is chat? Shoot. Why is this so hard to find this? Not events, not storage. Not even this one. I think I have to live with it for now. Or maybe I will be able to. Nope. Okay, maybe now I will be able to do something with this kind of comments. Okay, so guess not. Okay, I just block this kind of comments, I guess. Fine. Moving on. Wait a second. Okay, cha. Where were I? Oh right, Vegeta. So yeah, he restores health by 7% twice after an attack. Plus 20% to damage inflicted activates once, minus 20% to damage received activates once, and cancel attribute downgrades activates twice. At the start of battle, if there is allied character Goku, okay, so it's irrelevant, there is character Goku, but the ability is about special moves, so it's really irrelevant. At the start of turn, he gets 40% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn and 40 to Ki restore speed. If at least one ally is defeated, he gets 30% to damage inflicted and minus 15% to damage received. So probably we should focus on him first, then go for Goku, I guess. That would be the plan. Gohan Extreme. Minus 20 at the start of turn, minus 20% to damage received, plus 30% to damage inflicted. Start of second turn, plus 30% to damage inflicted. Hopefully it will be all cancelled out. Of course it depends if I will play with type character Blue here. And I have some reasons to go here with this kind of team. One hit target is regeneration, plus 20% to damage inflicted instantly. Start of turn, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. On strike arts attack, plus 30% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn, plus 10% to special move damage inflicted, it's nothing. Okay, after receiving an attack, own health is 50% or below, he restores 10% health points instantly after receiving an attack, not at the end of turn. So yeah, I guess I thought this one was quite powerful character, but this is different Goku, so yeah, he's lame. Cooler, but his brother is cooler. On target is Saiyan or Super Saiyan, he gets instantly 20% to damage inflicted. At the start of battle, he gets 60% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, 30% to damage received, minus 30%. Damage received cannot be cancelled, plus 10% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. What? Oh, okay, 1 turn. Oh, fine. And 20% special move grab charge rate, it doesn't matter. Start of turn, plus 10%, plus 10 to Ki restore speed of allies in range. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, minus 10 to Ki recovery and minus 10 to health restoration, and 10% to health restoration. On strike or blast arts hit, plus 5% to damage inflicted by allies in range, and 15% to own damage inflicted activates twice. Okay, it's going to be annoying character. Definitely annoying. Cooler Green. If you play with Super Saiyan, he gets 25% to damage inflicted instantly. On hit at the start of turn, plus 50% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, minus 20% to damage received for 1 turn. It can be cancelled. Hopefully. On strike or blast arts attack, plus 10% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. And restores health by 3%, activates twice. Start of battle applies buff effects, restore 15% of damage received. Well, it's irrelevant. Start of second turn, activate special action, plus 20% to next strike or blast, and blast arts damage inflicted. Okay, it's quite nice. Hand Cooler Red. Before receiving strike arts attack or blast arts attack, he inflicts attribute downgrade minus 5% to strength damage inflicted for 1 turn or blast damage inflicted for 1 turn, depends on receiving arts attack. If he gets attacked by, if you play with Attack Super Saiyan and you will attack him with Super Saiyan, he will get instantly minus 30% to damage received. End of turn, he restores health by 2%. End of first turn, he activates special action, plus 40% on damage inflicted, 30 to Ki restore speed, and plus 50 to own health restoration for 2 turns. Also inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 30% to damage received for 2 turns, end of first turn. Okay, so Vegeta, Cooler Red maybe? No, end of first turn, so he will use this either way. So maybe Vegeta first, Cooler Blue second, green, both green type units next, Cooler Red and Gohan at the end. Yeah, maybe something like this. Of course, it depends on your special moves here. Okay, so this one was covered. Okay, so Yanemba was covered, and we have after this first boss we have. We can go here, and this one will be tough. I will tell you, because we have 2 special moves and 2 ultra units. Yeah, it's too tough. It's better to go here. Actually, we have cover rescues here, but self-cover rescues here. But I guess we are going to manage it quite fine. Okay, so Yanemba, you know what Yanemba abilities are. So let's move on to Baikuhan. Pikkon. At the start of turn, he gets 30% to strike damage inflicted for 1 turn. At the end of turn, if there is another allied attack Otherworld Warrior remaining, 20% to own damage inflicted and 20% to damage inflicted by allied attack Otherworld Warrior in range for 1 turn. So I guess I will have to look up what is the range here, because everyone here are Otherworld Warrior tag warriors, so yeah. At the start of the first turn, if there is an enemy that is both episode sagas from the movies and tag powerful opponent remaining, inflicts enemy with can't attack for 1 turn and inflicts enemies in range with attribute downgrade plus 25% to damage received for 2 turns. So So if you play with sagas from the movie's powerful opponent, beware, because he can do some real damage here. Gogeta. At the start of battle, plus 30% to damage inflicted, plus 20% to strike damage inflicted, and 20% to blast damage inflicted. Before receiving Strike Arts attack, he self-cover rescue himself, and after that he gets 20% to all damage inflicted, and cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects that attack him. At the start of turn, per defeated ally, plus 5% to damage inflicted and 5 to Q restore speed. Okay, so probably first or second character that I would like to defeat, to attack and defeat. Ultra Gogeta. I don't like them. I don't like Ultra characters. At the start of battle, plus 100% to damage inflicted, minus 30% to damage received, and 80 to Q restore speed. On strike or blast arts hit, restores health by 2%, and 10% to special move gouge, and 10 to Q restore speed. Before receiving a strike arts attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range, performs cover change and nullifies attack. On target, if there is powerful opponent or sagas from the movies, he gets 20% to damage inflicted instantly. Start of second turn, he cancel own attribute downgrades and cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects. Start of battle, plus 5% to special move damage inflicted, it doesn't matter. Start of battle per allied, like fusion, plus 5% to damage inflicted and 5 to Q restore speed. Every time an ally is defeated, 20% to special move gouge and upgrades it. Okay, so I guess Ultra Gogeta first, then Gogeta second, then maybe Yanemba Purple, Raikuhan, Vegeta and Yanemba Red last. Of course, it depends on your team and with what kind of arts you will pick, arts attack you will pick per stage. Okay, so Vegeta on hit target is regeneration, so if you play with regeneration, you will get 30% to damage inflicted instantly on hit, and at the end of turn he gets 30 to Q restore speed, so yeah, nothing really special. Yeah, he gets nothing actually if you don't play with regeneration. Yanemba Purple, on receiving an attack from sagas from the movies, minus 20% to damage received instantly. At the start of first turn, he has minus 20% to damage received, plus 50 to Q restore speed. Before receiving Blast Arts attack, he activates special action, nullifies that attack, and after that he gets 50% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and 50% to special move gouge. So we should be cautious here. And inflicts heavy bleed on the special move arts hit. So maybe strike oriented team, I would suggest here. Even Yanemba Red will not use his self-cover rescue here, hopefully. Let me check where am I with this. Okay, so the next one is going to be pretty easy. Zarbon. Start of turn, multi-target, 20% to own blast damage inflicted and 30% to blast damage inflicted by allied Frieza. There is no Frieza, so he gets only 20% to damage inflicted. The next one is Monray. And those are quite awesome characters if you combine minions here. Before receiving an attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range, performs cover change, minus 30% on damage received. Then start of turn, minus 20% to on damage received for 1 turn, plus 50% to on damage inflicted for 1 turn. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 15% to damage received and minus 25% to health restoration for 1 turn. After receiving an attack on health is 50% or below, 20% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Dodoria next. Just like Zarbon, 20% on strike damage inflicted this time. And there is no character Frieza, so it's only this one. Raspberry Pi. Start of turn, ally attack Frieza Force or Frieza Saga in range, 10%, plus 10% to damage inflicted, plus 15 to Ki restore speed. Start of battle, plus 50% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, minus 25% to damage received, cannot be cancelled. And on Blast Arts attack, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted and 10% to critical rate for 1 turn. Okay, that's quite powerful character. Let's go for Navel. Navel, end of turn, ally attack Frieza Force. Restores health by 1%, activates twice, 10% to damage inflicted, activates twice and cancel attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions, activates twice. Start of battle, plus 40% to damage inflicted, minus 15% to damage received, and plus 15 to special move gouge charge rate. Cannot be cancelled. Okay, so the last one is irrelevant, of course, but 40% to damage inflicted and minus 15% to damage received is going to play a role here. And the last one is going to be Gurpray. If you play with Taxane or powerful opponent, he gets 20% damage inflicted instantly on hit. The same. Thank you for following. And the same goes for receiving attack from Saiyan or attack powerful opponent, he gets 20% to damage received, minus 20% to damage received instantly. If you play with Saiyan or powerful opponent, so if you play with other attacks, you don't have to worry about it. At the start of battle, plus 50% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, minus 15% to damage received cannot be cancelled, plus 20% to strike damage inflicted for 2 turns, and 15% to critical damage inflicted for 2 turns also cannot be cancelled. Yeah, strong character, so right here I would go for who had the cover rescue here. I think it was Raspberry, right? No, which one had cover rescue here? This one not. Monray. Okay, so yeah, I would focus on Monray, and depends on your colors, your team. I would then select any other of the three Frieza Force characters. So if it will be Gurpray, Raspberry, or whatever, or Navel, it doesn't matter. It matters that you will defeat them quite fast. So just play with the color, with proper colors, and you will be able to defeat them quite fine. Okay, so we were here, so we go up. Okay, so here. No, okay, so we have to go here, and I've already covered this stage. We have to go here, and I've already covered the stage. Thankfully, this is only the first stage, and we have no other choice, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we could go here, I guess. Yeah, okay, so if you are low on health, you can go on the previous stage here, and if you feel good about yourself and your team, you can go here. So yeah, let's cover this stage, because the previous one was covered already. If you play with Hybrid Science, this is for Weave. Who plays with Hybrid Science, plus 30% to damage inflicted instantly on hit. At the start of battle, minus 20% to damage received for 2 turns cannot be cancelled, and 30% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Start of second turn, plus 50% to damage received, plus 60 to key restore speed, and 40% to special move gouge. It's a lot. Start of second turn, okay, but minus 20% to damage received for 2 turns, so you should be able to defeat him quite nice with third turn. We'll still take some damage, but at least we will take some damage either way. Okay, Great Simon. Start of turn, 30% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. End of turn, allies in range, 20% to damage inflicted, so probably Goku, Vegeta and Tapion or Cooler here will get those buffs. Start of first turn, minus 30% to damage received for 2 turns, plus 50 to key restore speed cannot be cancelled, and applies buffs, effects, modify, attribute downgrades, and abnormal conditions 3 times. Code Vegeta, Vegeta with code, code Vegeta. Start of turn for plus 40% to plus 40% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. Start of turn if there are at least 3 other allied tag Vegeta clan. There are none, so it's irrelevant. Start of battle, allied tag Vegeta clan. It's irrelevant. Of course, if he counts himself, then he will get 20% to damage inflicted for 2 turns, and 20 to key restore speed for 2 turns. At start of the second turn, he gets minus 15% to damage received, cannot be cancelled, plus 40 to key restore speed, and 30% to damage inflicted at the start of the second turn. Okay, a lot of buffs. Cooler. Legends Limited Cooler, yeah, it's going to be tough. Plus 80% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, minus 30% to damage received cannot be cancelled, 20% to critical rate, and 70 to key restore speed cannot be cancelled. The Strike Arts attack, plus 20% to strike damage inflicted, activates twice, plus 20 to key restore speed, and 5% to special move gouge charge rate. This is irrelevant. Before receiving Strike Arts attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range performs cover change. End of turn, on health is 65% or below, activates special actions, restores health by 2%, 50% to damage inflicted, and that's it. The rest is irrelevant. Okay, so 30% to damage received, it's going to be wild here. Yeah, we have 5 red type units here. So so we definitely would like to bring blue type characters. The yellow ones are on bench, green types are most likely useful, and every other strong type character is going to help here. Tapion, and I don't like Tapion here because I will have to sacrifice. I will have to sacrifice, I think, or maybe not, or maybe go for it. Okay, so at the start of battle, it gets 25% damage inflicted, can it be cancelled? Start of turn, 6 allies, 30% to strength damage inflicted, 4 allies, 50% to damage inflicted, and 40 to cure restore speed. Start of turn, if there is allied character Trunks, there is no Trunks, so it's irrelevant. And this is why I said I have to sacrifice a character for this ability. He has minus 100% to enemy special move gouge, and inflicts attribute downgrades minus 25 to damage inflicted and minus 50 to cure restore speed for 2 turns. But I think I will manage to defeat him first, then go for Cooler, then go for Vegeta, go for Kakua, maybe Great Saiyaman and Rose last. But let's hear what Rose has. Start of turn, if on health is 75 or above, for plus 45% to damage inflicted, plus 40 to cure restore speed, 75% or lower health points, 60% to damage inflicted, 60 to cure restore speed. Oh, it's minor according to the previous abilities. Start of first turn, minus 20% on damage received for 1 turn. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrades plus 10% damage received for 1 turn. Okay, so like I said, Rose can be lost. The most the most dangerous characters are Tapion, Cooler, Vegeta, Great Saiyaman, and Gokua. So yeah, as long as we will defeat those in this kind of order, we should be fine. So yeah, we were here. Of course, we can go here. Then we can go here or here. But I think we could go here. I've already covered this stage. Which one was it? Okay, so this one. This one was already completed by me several times before. So Bojack, full power Bojack. The most deadly ability is that at the start, not at the end, at the start of the second turn, he gets 100% on special move gouge and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received. If at least one ally is defeated, plus 30% to damage inflicted. On receiving attack, you play with Super Saiyan. On receiving attack, minus 25% to damage received instantly. According to battle turn, first turn 50% to damage inflicted, second turn cancel attribute downgrades and on normal conditions. Third turn restores health by 10%, but he will not live long enough to actually get those health points back. So remember 100% of special move gouge at the start of the second turn, so you will not want him to survive second turn. He has low cure restore speed, so you can leave him about second or third, but make sure to defeat him before his attack on the start of the second turn. Nappa Yang. Plus start of turn, plus 30% to all damage inflicted for 1 turn. There is Vegeta. No, there is no Vegeta or Kids. maybe Gohan as kids, I don't know. 20% to damage inflicted by ally type Vegeta or kids in range for 1 turn, so probably Gohan as kids, I don't know. End of turn, minus 15% on damage received for 1 turn, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, plus 10% to damage received for 1 turn. At the end of each turn. Oh. Okay. Goku Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, this one is going to be annoying if you play with Blast Strike, Blast oriented team. Because before receiving Blast Strike, Blast or Special move, arts attack, half as 30% or lower allies in range, he performs full cover change. So it doesn't matter what kind of attack you will perform, you will always use his cover change on, I believe, Nappa and Gohan. But if you play with Blast oriented team and you select him first, he will activate special action, he will nullify that attack, he will self-cover rescue from Blast Arts attack, and after that he inflicts attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received and minus 20 to Ki restore speed for the turns. Start of turn plus 10%, oh yeah, this is irrelevant ability, so let's move on. At the start of battle he gets 40% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Start of turn plus 60 to Ki restore speed, minus 15 to damage received for 1 turn. Start of second turn plus 25% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. So yeah, remember that he self-cover rescue himself from Blast Arts attack, and he cover rescues, full cover rescues if 30% or half or lower allies in range. Gohan. If you play with sagas from the movies and powerful opponent at the same time, he gets instantly plus 40% to damage inflicted on hit. Start of second turn he transforms himself, gets 40% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, nullifies abnormal conditions 3 times. Start of battle, minus 25% to damage received for 1 turn. After receiving an attack, restores half by 5%, activate twice, and plus 15% to strike damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, also activates twice. It's quite okay. Majin Buu is quite better ability, he has quite better abilities. Start of turn plus 40% to strike damage inflicted, plus 40 to Ki restore speed for 1 turn. At the start of the second turn plus 30% to damage inflicted, plus 50% to critical rate. It's going to be annoying. Start of battle, minus 20% to damage received, cannot be cancelled, and nullifies abnormal conditions twice. On strike arts hit, he restores half by 2%. And of course, Android 13 Extreme, I don't like him. Start of battle, per allied element red, green or purple. Red, green or purple, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets 15% to damage inflicted and 15 to Ki restore speed, so times 5. It's going to be how much? 60, 75, right? We calculated right? 15 times 5, 75, yeah. No. Yes. 75, 75, yeah. And 75 Ki restore speed, so yeah, and that's not even the worst. The worst thing, because he gets plus 35% to element red, base strike, attack and defense. Fortunately, it's only red, so only himself and Majin Buu got those abilities. Hopefully Goku Super Saiyan 3 is not going to get this ability. Okay, so this one was easier stage. Of course we are going to evade this. Okay, I thought for a second that microphone again turned on me. Alright, so the next stage is with Majin Buu. Okay, so this one is quite okay. I mean, it's still tough. Don't get me wrong, because of those Sun Shenron and Android 21s, but yeah, it's the easiest there is, so we don't really have any choice here. Majin Buu good. Start of turn plus 32 restore speed for 1 turn per allied. Start of turn per allied tag element blue or purple in team plus 10% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. Blue or purple, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 40% to damage inflicted for 1 turn. Chi-Chi. If you play with Taxon family, you are receiving attack minus 30% to damage received instantly from Taxon family. At the start of turn, allies in range plus 15% to damage inflicted, and start of turn, ally attack girls additionally plus 10% to damage inflicted, so herself and androids get 25% to damage inflicted at the start of turn. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fight, especially Android 21 Blue. At the start of turn, she gets 20% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, and start of turn, allies in range. For Android, Regeneration, Girls, and Transforming Warrior are different abilities. So for Android is irrelevant. For Regeneration is 25 to key recovery, so it's going to be Regeneration is Blue, Android 21 and Baby Vegeta, I guess. Tag Girls plus 15% to damage inflicted by ally tag girls. So only Chi-Chi and Android 21 purple and herself, Android 21 blue. And restores health by 1% for ally tag transforming warrior, and it's going to be only Android 21 and Baby Vegeta. On strike or blast arts attack, she inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received and minus 15 to health restoration for 1 turn. Sun Shenron. Sun is quite annoying because he has minus 30% to damage received for 1 turn at the start of turn. Hopefully we could get this cancel out at the start of the second turn, but that's maybe later. Start of turn 25 plus 25% to damage inflicted, minus 30% to damage received. After receiving attack, on health is 50% or below, restores health by 10%. Instantly, plus 40% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and 70 to key restore speed cannot be cancelled. Start of second turn, inflicts attribute downgrades, minus 30% to health restoration for 2 turns, and 30% to damage received for 2 turns. So yeah, he is quite annoying. And it's start of second turn, so we are not going to avoid it, I guess. Android 21 purple. Yeah, I've already told you about her abilities. So let's move on to Baby Vegeta. Start of turn, restores health by 3%. 30% to damage inflicted for 1 turn, end of turn, allies in range, plus 20% to damage inflicted. I don't know what kind of range he has here. You have to look it up. Sunstrike or Blast Arts hit inflicts bleed for 1 turn. If you play with Vegeta Clan characters, he gets plus 30% to damage inflicted instantly on hit. And if enemy is Goku, if you play with character Goku and you will attack him with Goku, he gets minus 20% to damage received instantly against character Goku. After receiving an attack, inflicts attribute downgrades, plus 15% to damage received and minus 50 to Q restore speed for 2 turns. Yeah, it's going to be quite annoying because half of my team will attack him to defeat him and be debuffed by it. So, yeah, we were here, so yeah, we have just 2 more stages actually to talk about. And there isn't actually any other road, so we have to go here and pray to survive this stage. So first form Frieza, minus 25% damage received, cannot be cancelled at the start of battle. At the start of turn, if there are 3 or more Lineage of Evil or Frieza Force, it's going to be hell of a fight. 40% own damage inflicted, 40 to Q restore speed, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies in range. I cannot remember the range of allies. Before receiving Strike Arts attack, health is 30% or lower. He performs Cover Change Rescue. And at the start of the first turn, he inflicts Can't Attack on one of our characters randomly. And inflicts plus 35% to damage received for this character that he will lock. So yeah, it will be tough. Yeah, it will be very tough. Shoot. Yeah, that's it for this character. Cooler, I've already told you about Cooler and his abilities. They are quite strong. Especially minus 30% to damage received here. So Frieza, Final Force, full power Final Form Frieza. Start of battle, if you play with Taxon family, he upgrades special move. Okay, it's irrelevant I guess. Start of battle, plus 50% to damage inflicted, minus 25% to damage received, cannot be cancelled. Start of turn, according to number of allies remaining, 6 allies 20% to damage inflicted, 30 to Q restore speed, 4 allies 30% to damage inflicted and 50 to Q restore speed. It's minor change. Before receiving a Blast Arts attack, health is 30% or lower, allies in range performs Cover Change and nullifies that attack. I don't know what is Cover Rescue for Blast, but remember that Cooler and Frieza are going to strike Cover Rescue. So yeah, probably Frieza, Cooler and Frieza, Final Form Frieza, full power, should be first to attack. Then go for Broly, maybe Frieza again and Shield first. Shield last, sorry. Yeah, start of second turn, full power Frieza still. Start of second turn, activate special action, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received, and gets 25% on special move couch. 25% to special move couch. No, it's irrelevant. Those 10% to damage received are going to be hurtful. After receiving an attack, on health is 60% or below, restores health by 8% and 15% to damage inflicted. Yeah, it's going to be annoying. Shield. It is free unfortunately, so 12% to max base health and 15% to health restoration to Lineage of Evil during battle as the ability. It's going to be hard. Start of turn. If there's another allied lineage of evil remaining, plus 30% to own damage inflicted, plus 60 to Q restore speed, and inflicts all enemies in range with attribute downgrade, minus 15 to Q restore speed. End of turn, plus 30% to own special move gouge. Activates once, fortunately, so it's irrelevant, and 20% to damage inflicted by allied attack lineage of evil in range. Okay, so Chilled is the weakest one here. Broly and Chill, I don't like them because of the second turn. They activate special action plus 50% to own strike arts attack and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 40 to Q restore speed, and cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects on hit, so it's annoying ability. At the start of turn he gets 40% to damage inflicted for one turn, and second turn additional 20% to damage inflicted and 40 to Q restore speed, and third turn restores health by 10% and again 20% to damage inflicted. So yeah, this one is quite annoying. Final form Frieza. This one is old. If you play with Tac Science, he gets 20% to damage inflicted instantly on hit. Start of turn, plus 30% to strike to own strike damage inflicted for one turn, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 10% to strike damage received for one turn again. A lot of characters that debuffs. Yeah, I might die here, but no risk, no fun, right? Okay, every time this character defeats an enemy, plus 10% to damage inflicted, he restores speed. Hopefully it will not be. End of turn, if there is Tac Science enemy remaining, plus 20% to damage inflicted for one turn. Okay, so I wonder if I will play with Tac Science. I think I will. Okay, so last 3 stages after that. Till the end are the same stages, so we will have repetition here. If we play it right, we will be quite fine. Start of turn, 30% to blast damage inflicted for one turn. Start of turn, if there is another allied attack rival universe or girls, there is. Obviously she gets additionally 20% to damage inflicted. Start of second turn, probably she will not live long enough, but still. Plus 15% to own blast damage inflicted for 2 turns, plus 40 to Q restore speed, and 15% to damage inflicted by allied attack rival universe or girls, so it's only Kakunsa here that will be buffed by this. And moving on to Kakunsa, she has similar abilities. Plus start of turn, plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. If there is another allied rival universe or girls, she gets additionally 20% to damage inflicted. Start of first turn, activate special action, plus 15% to own strike damage inflicted for 2 turns, 40 to Q restore speed, and 30 to allied attack rival universe or girls key recovery. So only herself and Rosie will be affected by this. Goku, remember Goku without Zenkai, so they are those abilities are going to be different. A bit different. At the start of turn, plus 40% to damage inflicted for one turn, plus 40 to Q restore speed for one turn. Start of first turn, plus 40% to strike damage inflicted for 2 turns, plus 50% to special move gouge. Yeah, it's going to be irrelevant because we probably will not be able to use it. At this on strike or blast arts attack, plus 10% to special move damage inflicted. Yeah, this one is irrelevant also, so we have only start of turn 40% to damage inflicted, and start of first turn 40% strike damage inflicted for 2 turns. But it can be cancelled, so it's important later. Start of turn plus 20% to damage inflicted, minus 30% to damage received. Nullify subnormal conditions twice. Before receiving Blast Arts attack, you self-cover rescue, and after this special action he gets additional 40% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and 50 to Key Restore Speed. So, yeah, and may have a plan here how to defeat him quite fast and quite nice, of course. Gohan. If you play with Tag Frieza Force, he gets 30% to damage inflicted instantly on hit at the start of turn. If there's another Allied Frieza Saga remaining, he gets 30% plus damage inflicted and 30 to Key Restore Speed. So there is Frieza Saga. Krillin is from Frieza Saga. So Krillin abilities are start of battle plus 30% to blast damage inflicted, and if defeated, allies gets 15% to damage inflicted and plus 15 to Key Restore Speed. 15, not 50, 15 to damage inflicted. And also if defeated, character Goku gets additionally 15% damage inflicted, so it's going to be 30% for Goku. Well, we are not going to defeat him to get those abilities. Alright, so this is the end of the first part, I would say, which is selecting route and covering the teams we are going to face. So the next part is the teams. So let's move on to switch out and let me show you real quick. So those are the Key Restore Speed, okay, and let's filter out. So it's S and Z tier this time. So I have 3 characters from S tier, and those are at the bottom, and the rest is Z tier units. So yeah, this is what am I counting for this season. I've seen some players with a couple of different teams, especially Super Warriors. So I guess we can try to select it, of course, and Super Warrior, right? Yeah, Z tier is correct. So yeah, I've seen someone playing with Piccolo, Krillin, Yajirobe, of course, Yamcha, and I guess they were from S, A tier. Let's move on to S, let's see. Well, no, it wasn't this one. A tier. No, also. Maybe that B tier then? Yeah, Yen. And oh shoot. So there was someone in C tier too. No, I don't have Ten Shinhan. So I don't know which tier is he in. But yeah. Some mix of Super Warrior, I've seen some mix of Super Warrior and Minions. I thought for a moment, I think it was Powerful Opponent also, I thought about. Yeah, about powerful opponent I thought for a second. And then I would go like black, Sal, Turtles, Sal, Super 17, 13, maybe 13 again. And I was not happy with 3 type blue colors when there are so many green type units on the field, so I thought, well, could go with Girls then again and try to secure myself quite different team and secure myself a better outcome than the previous one. And 18, shoot. Continue without saving, yes. And I thought 18 has this ability to debuff damage inflicted and damage received. Also, Bulma has ability to remove at the start of the second turn she can cancel all enemy buff effects also, so I thought, yeah, maybe Girls are quite okay to be used here, and also her abilities with 40% to damage inflicted for 3 turns. And there are goals, so it will be 60%. And at the start of the second turn, it will be 90% for the turns. So, did I calculate it right? 20, 60, 30, 90, 90%, almost 100% to strike damage inflicted. So it's going to be almost 600,000 to base strike attack. So it's going to be very powerful strike attacker. And also we have a healer, so in 19, of course it's going to be played 5 versus 6 all the time, most likely, because 18 has not really anything much more to offer except defense, maybe. Yeah, blast. Only 43 blast, but she has, I think, strike. Yeah, strike damage inflicted, so she should be selected on strike, not on blast. And she is. So yeah, mostly strike arts attacker there. I have 2 blast arts attack here, Bulma Chi-Chi, but Videl and Videl both are strike arts and strike oriented characters, so yeah, that's the plan, that's my team. So if you plan on playing powerful opponent, you can do that as well, but yeah, from S and maybe A tier. Let's see S tier for example. Yeah, of course we have Cell First Form and Gohan Absorbed Buu as well. You can take this one. This one is also very good character. Maybe Turtles. Yeah, a lot of powerful characters here. Maybe even Baby Vegeta, if you have him on 14 stars, because mine isn't quite powerful. I mean, for healing purposes, self-healing purposes, right? Because start of turn restores health by 3% to himself. So as for self-healer, it's quite okay to be used here. So yeah, powerful opponent, maybe powerful slash regeneration, of course. 8 here. Well, it depends. You should still be able to, yeah, blue tanks should still be able to secure 1000 chrono crystals at the end with this team. And with powerful opponent regeneration team as well as Super Warrior, maybe Super Warrior, if you play it right and you know what you're doing, right? Alright, so that's it for today from my side. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here with me, for hearing me out, and hopefully you will do better in your adventure here, and see you tomorrow, where we are going to execute the all 25 stages, well 24, but I will show you how to select the last stage. Well, the last 3 stages are the same, so you can figure it out on your own at the end. So till tomorrow then. Have a good night, great day, or whatever you are in the world. Cheers, thanks, and bye.